Hey squatties, how are you guys doing today? So, I wanted to talk about Meghan and how she, in my opinion, dodged a health bullet by leaving the royal family years ago. And I did the article in the community section, so you can sort of read the full article that I put there. But what inspired this video was the fact that the Queen of Spain, Letizia, apparently has been hospitalized recently. And also, there has been recent news that the Queen of Syria, who is exiled in Russia because of the fall of her husband's regime in Syria, is also ill, quite ill, in fact, and she seems to be hospitalized in Russia as well. And she's hoping to get back to the UK where she was born. She's actually British, but apparently, because of the whole situation with her husband and the fall of the regime, the Assad regime, or al-Assad, and all of the controversies surrounding that, it doesn't appear that the British government wants Asma Assad in her home country. So it seems that she will have to recuperate from her cancer in Russia. Now, I believe her father, Asma Assad's father, is a doctor in the UK. Correct me if I'm wrong. So that's an interesting bit of information. But she does not appear to be in a situation where she can go to get treatment. Sorry about that. I seem to have lost my audio, but she doesn't appear to be in a position where she can go to get treatment in the UK. So it looks like she will have to remain in Russia, where I'm sure the healthcare system is quite good. I mean, it is Russia. They have a very good military operation. So I'm assuming that they also have put money into their healthcare system. It seems like it's a kind of socialist type of regime. So I'm sure that people are well cared for there. They get cancer all the time and they are taken care of by the doctors in Russia. So I'm sure she'll be fine either way. I just suspect that she probably would have felt more comfortable to be in the UK where she was born and where I think her father is a doctor. But do correct me if I'm wrong about that, as I'm not 100% sure. I know I heard that her father was a doctor. I'm not sure that he's residing in the UK at this time and would have been in a position to help his daughter. That all being said, with this whole, unusual wave of health challenges among all these prominent women in all these different royal families, it just seems like it's almost like contagious, and contagious in a sort of not in a physical way because obviously these women are not in physical proximity with each other, but there's just something about it. There's a contagion element here. And I just think Meghan was very or is very lucky that she's not there. So the Queen of Spain has been hospitalized. Apparently she has chronic pain, as far as I can determine from what I've read. This is all alleged. She's alleged to have chronic pain, and this might sort of have an impact on her ability to perform public duties. And so Meghan, God bless her. I mean, she's able to be out there with her husband, continuing to perform her duties. I mean, she doesn't have duties per se, but her husband and she have formed a foundation. They have their business interests, all of their various causes, and so on. And, you know, one needs good health in order to do that. And, God bless her that she's able to continue to do her work. I mean, the thing about illness is that it doesn't really discriminate, does it? It can really attack just anybody at any time. So it's not even like, it's not a brag or anything like that. It's just to say that for the moment, I mean, just thank God that, Meghan is still able to, you know, do the things that she and Harry want to do for the public, for people around the world. And it's one of the reasons I even brought this up is that it always seemed to me that Meghan's relationships with other European royals always seemed kind of distant, like even with Queen Letizia of Spain, when I personally observed them, in my opinion, in particular Letizia, that Letizia was always very kind of frosty. It seems, I could be wrong, right? But there seems to have been not a very strong or close bond between Meghan and Letizia of Spain, in contrast to her obvious affection for Kate Middleton, and I just like during Queen Elizabeth's, I don't know if it was Queen Elizabeth's funeral or some event at Buckingham Palace. I mean, I would say that Letizia seemed cordial. Don't get me wrong. It's not that I'm saying that she was outright rude or mean. And, but she just didn't seem particularly warm. And the Queen of Jordan, what is her name? She also seemed rather frosty. Well, certainly not warm towards Meghan as well. Even more so, I would say, than, Letizia of Spain. But, I don't know that Meghan had any relationship with Asma of Syria, obviously. But with Catherine, the Princess of Wales, obviously we all know that that relationship was very frosty at best as well. And I think a lot of these other European royals took their cues from Catherine, the Princess of Wales, in dealing with Meghan, Duchess of Sussex, So I always felt like there wasn't a lot of warmth. But, royalty is not really expected to be warm, but you do see them at occasions like state visits or banquets or funerals and weddings and so on, where you get to observe them. You observe even, who gets invites and who don't to certain events. And so my opinion is sort of based on those elements, what I observed. It's not to say that I know for a fact that any of these European royals, including Letizia of Spain, or in the Middle East, the Queen of Syria, Asma, that, and the Jordanian queen as well. Her name escapes me at the moment. When her daughter got married, I don't think Meghan was even invited, but she seems to be in good health. And it's not to make a connection necessarily between, their relationship with Meghan and their health. It's not the point. I'm just saying that Meghan was lucky that she's not there.